Ashley Trevino, a name that's been circulating the TikTok world for all the wrong reasons. A mom turned into social media figure, she's become the very definition of drama, chaos, and controversy. From her unusual relationships to her questionable parenting moments, Ashley's story is one that's left many people torn between disbelief, frustration, and fascination. So who is Ashley Trevino, and why has she captured so much attention? Let's unpack the whirlwind of a story together. Ashley Trevino, a Hispanic mom, has built a large online following with over 1 million TikTok followers and more than 11 million likes. Her Instagram boasts 91,000 followers, and even her Twitch account has a small but growing audience. She's no stranger to virality, whether it's her personal life spilling onto live streams or her controversial comments. Ashley has mastered the art of keeping people watching, though not necessarily in admiration.
My boyfriend from prison. I have to go pick it up tomorrow. So I put a note on Snap and I said, if he can do it from prison, your husband's out here in the free world can do it.
Ashley's rise to internet infamy began with her unique love life. She became well known for her fascination with men behind bars. Yes, Ashley proudly labeled herself an inmate hopper, openly admitting her preference for incarcerated men, no matter the crimes they committed.
Hey, but my girlfriend got mad at me for telling her about you because I had never told her about you.
Okay.
So when I go see her, what? I'm gonna tell you like, hey, I'm about to go see my girlfriend. You're gonna be okay with not calling me for that weekend or what?
Like, look, all I'm telling you is, you don't have to tell her about me at all. You know what I'm saying? If you lie to her, I'm glad you don't lie to me. So I'm trying to tell you, Ashley, keep it real with me. I'm not gonna kick motherfucker. What you doing?
Nothing.
What you doing, Ashley?
Nothing.
Why you feeling like that?
Because you're making me laugh. You're psycho. Do you know that?
Yeah, I'm crazy about you, girl.
You're psycho, like legit psycho. Like I've never been with somebody as psycho as you.
Oh, you with me then?
I mean, like I've never talked to somebody as psycho as you.
With me again.
What do you mean? Am I with you or am I against you?
That's what you just said. I just asked you a question. You trying to dodge every question I asked you.
How?
Because I just asked you, when you give me? It's a simple question.
Are you gonna get some act right?
It was shocking to say the least, but her explanation, she found comfort in knowing that these men were trapped and couldn't be able to hurt her emotionally by moving on with someone else after breakup. At first, it might have seemed quirky or unconventional, but it quickly spiraled onto something more darker. People were fascinated, confused, and disturbed by her unapologetic attitude, which seemed to revel in the notoriety she was gaining.
Trevino. She is from Texas from what I can see, and they call her the inmate hopper because she likes to date and or marry men that are in prison for some reason. And she went really viral like a few months ago. She was dating a man in prison. He gets out of prison because she doesn't have her own place. She lives at home with her parents. They get a hotel room and they spend the night together, but then a week later or 2 weeks later they break up because apparently she did not look like what he thought she looked like, and just like all this drama. Seeing the stuff she does on live really irks me in front of her kids.
Ashley's relationships weren't just controversial because they involved inmates. They were outright disturbing to many. Some of the men who openly supported and committed heinous and unforgivable crimes. One of the most shocking examples was a romantic interest convicted of first-degree murder, where the victims were 2 teenage girls whose ages eerily mirrored those of Ashley's own daughters. Despite this harrowing detail, Ashley shrugged off the public outrage, declaring she did not care about their pasts. Her nonchalance and refusal to acknowledge the gravity of these crimes were bewildering, leaving many to question her moral compass and the kind of example she was setting for her children. Her public defense of these men wasn't just a quiet dismissal. At times, it felt like she thrived on the backlash. It almost seemed as though the controversy fueled her sense of identity and relevance, as if the negative attention validated her choices rather than dissuading her. She even appeared to relish the notoriety, doubling down with statements that were equal parts of defiance and provocative. For instance, Ashley once commented that she liked dating inmates because, in her words, they were less likely to cheat, a rationale that left audiences both baffled and outraged.
You're my 30th inmate. Did I not tell you that? You really are. I swear, I've been with 30 inmates. Ruby! I swear. I'm not with no one, just with you, but I've already married too. You're stupid. I mean, now I'm in a prison sister-wife relationship.
The layers of this behavior sparked widespread debate about her motivations. Was she driven by insecurities that made her gravitate toward men she felt she could control? Did she find comfort in relationships where emotional risk was seemingly mitigated by physical confinement? Or was this all just a calculated ploy to keep people talking about her? The deeper the audience delved into her choices, the more questions arose about the psychological and emotional factors driving her actions. Each defense she made only seemed to add fuel to the fire, creating ripples of conversation that extended far beyond her immediate audience. The unapologetic attitude and apparent disconnect from societal norms created a magnetic, albeit troubling, pulling for her viewers. The controversy was no longer just about her personal choices, but had morphed into a larger conversation about morality, accountability, and the lengths some individuals will go for attention. Ashley's decisions became a lightning rod for criticism, sparking endless discussions about whether her actions reflected deeply rooted insecurities or a calculated attempt to embrace infamy for the sake of online fame. As time passed, Ashley's focus shifted from incarcerated men to much younger ones. Enter Santos, a TikToker several years her junior, whose interactions with Ashley quickly became a point of contention. Their live streams, though popular, were uncomfortable to watch for many viewers. Ashley often made inappropriate advances towards Santos, frequently crossing boundaries that left both him and her audience visibly cringing.
How does that make you feel? Just kidding.
Like, yo, shit.
It's just the elevate. Why is his phone vibrating?
Alright.
Are y'all jealous because I'm in the same room as him or what?
Do the thing, do that.
Okay, no tongue, please. No tongue. We want the tongue in the mouth. We want it to stay in the mouth.
I mean, I seen his.
I see this Nunu is ridiculous.
Despite Santos's attempts to deflect her advances and maintain a level of professionalism, Ashley's persistence often placed him in an awkward and unsettling situation. Things escalated dramatically during one live broadcast where Ashley, visibly intoxicated, exposed herself in front of thousands of viewers. The incident left viewers shocked and disgusted, with many expressing concern not just for Santos, but for the implications of such behavior on her overall mental state and the example she was setting for her children. Santos's discomfort during the live streams was evident, as he often tried to sidestep her flirtatious remarks and physical advances. Yet, Ashley continued to push, seemingly unconcerned about the impact on him or anyone watching.
Right now, bro.
Yeah.
Stop. I got you. I told you that. I told you I got you. I got you. I got you, babe. I got you, babe. Stop. I got you. Stop. Stop.
What's even more troubling is that instead of facing widespread condemnation, Ashley's behavior seemed to fuel her popularity. Gifts poured in during her live streams, her follower count continued to grow. It was as though her most outrageous and controversial moments were her greatest currency online. Rather than stepping back or showing any sign of remorse, Ashley leaned into the chaos, using it as a tool to keep herself relevant and in the public eye. Perhaps the most heartbreaking aspect of this entire entire saga is the collateral damage. Those around Ashley, especially her children, who are inevitably caught in the crossfire of their mother's reckless online persona, her fixation on her digital fame, and the validation she received from strangers on the internet left little room for the emotional needs for her kids. It raised serious questions about her priorities and the long-term consequences of her choices on her family dynamics and personal relationships. Ashley's daughters have had to navigate the fallout of their mother's actions, both online and offline. One of the most heart-wrenching moments came when Ashley admitted to projecting her jealousy onto one of her daughters. She revealed that when they lived with Ashley's father, she would pull her daughter's hair out of frustration because she believed her dad loved the child more than her.
Like, I treated her like crap, and she still loves me, and she still makes videos. If you see her videos, they're like, my mom is the best mom, or like...
Yeah, she posted one today of you guys in the car together.
Yeah, and then she's like, this is how I see my mom, and this is how y'all see my mom. Like, my baby still sees me as, like, her mom that she, you know, like... And little does she know that I used to literally, like, treat her worse than what I treated Evie. Because Evie was always my baby. And that's why I feel so bad at her, because, like, Haley literally has been through, like, the bottom of her life. Like, I'm telling you, whenever we lived with her dad, I used to pull her by the hair because I was so mad at her. Like, I feel like he loved her more than he loved me. And so, like, I took my anger out on her. And she doesn't even, like, hate me for that. Like, she doesn't even remember that.
Right.
And
hearing a mother confess this level of resentment was deeply unsettling. The troubling dynamics don't stop there. In another instance, Ashley tried to pressure her teenage daughter into getting lip fillers, insisting her lips weren't big enough. Thankfully, her daughter stood her ground, but it's hard to ignore the potential damage such comments could do to a young girl's self-esteem. These moments paint a picture of a parent whose insecurities and priorities are at odds with her role as a caregiver. Ashley's daughters often appear in her live streams visibly disinterested or frustrated. They've been seen begging their mom to get off TikTok and spend time with them. In one particularly alarming incident, one of Ashley's daughters ran away from home in the middle of the night. Ashley did not even notice until the child returned the next morning. This pattern of neglect and misplaced priorities has been a recurring theme in Ashley's life, raising serious questions about her parenting and the long-term effects on her children. The internet did not take kindly to Ashley's behavior. CPS reports were filed repeatedly, with many viewers expressing serious concern over her parenting and the safety of her children. Yet, Ashley was quick to dismiss these reports, even bragging that none had led to her children being permanently removed from her care. She claimed to have had over 20 cases reported to CPS, but laughed off the idea of losing her kids, treating the situation almost like a badge of honor rather than an indicator of deeper issues. Her blasé attitude left many shocked, as it seemed to trivialize the gravity of the situation. Her children, however, often stayed with their grandparents, where they found solace in an environment free from cameras, chaos, and constant online scrutiny. This arrangement underscored how much they craved stability and peace, something that Ashley's TikTok-driven lifestyle could not provide. Despite the safety net their grandparents offered, it was evident that this wasn't a long-term solution. Questions lingered about the emotional toll this instability was taking on the kids, who were shuttled back and forth between Ashley's unpredictable world and the relative calm of their grandparents' home. The repeated CPS reports highlight a broader and deeply concerning issue: the disconnect between public concern and actual intervention. While Ashley's antics drew widespread criticism and outrage online, the systems in place to protect her children appeared ineffective at addressing the situation. Many questioned how so many reports could be filed without significant action being taken. Was it a failure of the system, or were the allegations simply not substantiated enough to warrant removal? Either way, it left a bad taste in the mouths of those who felt powerless to help. This situation serves as a sobering reminder of the limitations of social media outrage when it comes to enacting real. Her actions have left her children embarrassed, her family fractured, and her reputation in tatters. Yet, she continues to be rewarded with views, likes, and gifts. What does that say about us as viewers? Are we enabling this behavior by giving it attention? And at what cost to Ashley, her children, and even ourselves? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and do not forget to like and subscribe to stay updated on more stories like this.